everyone. I'm Danielle with Trinity Readings. We are going to do the Aries Weekly Tarotscope. Keep in mind these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you find that the reading doesn't resonate, you can always check your moon, rising, or Venus placements because sometimes those will resonate more. And I do offer personal readings. You can get all that information in the description box. Okay, Aries. What is the strongest message that is wanting to come through for you this week? Oh, I love this. Okay. Your overall energy is the compass card. This represents going in a new direction. This represents expansion. I kind of feel like for some of you, you have the tree and the ring card. This represents a really solid commitment. This represents really being committed to something. And then the lilies card is about that purification of it. It represents true love. It represents purity. It represents clearing away anything that has been blocking. This is really beautiful. I feel like you've really committed yourself to a goal. You've really put in the work. You've really grounded your energy. If you have a relationship with another person, and this seems to be a very long-standing relationship, and this seems to be a relationship that is definitely in a more committed phase right now, or going towards a more committed phase. I feel like it's almost like this is going from a physical connection to more of a spiritual connection, and that doesn't mean that you're losing the physical connection. It just means that this is kind of a cleansing period. This is really seeing the truth. This is really embracing that energy of love. Like you're really able to embrace the emotional connection in this. I also feel that for a lot of you, you've really been committing yourself to a goal, working towards a goal. You've been doing this very much in a physical way. You've been putting in the hard work. You've been, doing whatever you had to do physically to manifest this. And I feel like you've really gotten yourself into a good space physically. I feel like to get this going in a higher direction for you, this is about going more spiritual with it, taking that time to pray. Make sure you're keeping that balance. I feel like also you have somebody that is very, very committed to you, and they're communicating to you about wanting to move this relationship. This is definitely marriage. If you are single, you're going to be connecting to somebody soon. Um, this is somebody you meet in a very traditional type of setting. Like I would almost say, either you're meeting like through friends of the family or something like that, or you're meeting in some kind of like church setting even. Um, but I feel overall what the energy is that you've completed something physically. You've achieved something physically. You've manifested something in your physical world, in your financial world. You've stepped into a really good space with your relationship. And now it's time for you to kind of add that more emotional aspect in, add that more spiritual side in. Communicate your truth. But overall, if you're connected to somebody, I feel like this definitely is moving in a really positive direction. You both are feeling more comfortable being vulnerable in this relationship. You're both seeing the value in this connection. You're both feeling that grounded energy in the connection, and because of that, it's really moving to this really peaceful place. Definitely take time to focus more on your spirituality in whatever way feels good to you, whether that be taking time to meditate, whether that be taking time to pray, whether that even be, in terms of spirituality, that's your emotions, that's your inner guidance system, that's, trusting your gut. But make sure you're keeping that balance of that emotional world and that physical world. All right, so see what else you have going on for you this week. Somebody's communicating a pretty powerful truth to you. Or you're communicating a pretty big truth to somebody else. It's going to bring a lot of healing. It's going to bring a lot of peace. It's going to bring a lot of clarity, and it's going to put you on the path that you're meant to be on. It's going to put you on a more peaceful path. If this is in a relationship, it's really going to bring this connection to a higher level. Whoa. But it's like somebody's finally feeling really secure in where they're at in their physical world, and they're more comfortable in expressing that vulnerability. What is your energy coming into the week? You have the Five of Pentacles. Okay. So the Five of Pentacles is that feeling of being unsupported, but this is somebody who's also not tapping into their spiritual side. And that's not to say you have to, go to church or pick up some kind of religion. Whatever feels good to you when it comes to connecting to that idea that there's something bigger, that there is a higher power, that there is something more in this world, whether that be God, whether that be Jesus, whether that be just, the idea of angels, whether it just be praying, whatever that is. Because having these two cards here represents an energy of stability, of financial stability. This usually represents kind of feeling left out in the cold, feeling like you don't have enough, feeling like you don't have enough money. But with these two cards, this is also an energy of kind of you've lost touch with having that spiritual energy. You've lost touch with your emotions. You've let go of having that hope in something bigger. Oh, give me one more on this. Why is this your energy coming into the week? This could also mean that your guides are really trying to connect with you, and you've got so grounded in your physical world, you fought so hard to get grounded that you're not really seeing that connection. The Four of Swords, yeah. Yeah, you've really been in this space of healing. For some of you, I do feel that there has been a really big disconnect between you and another person. And I do feel that you're both feeling this disconnect pretty strongly. But I feel like you've just been through so much difficulties. You've been fighting such a hard battle that you're finding it hard to really have hope in something or feel supported. Whoa. What have y'all been going through? y'all, I don't know what y'all are going through this week, but I am sorry for whoever this is going to resonate with. This is some really, really intense energy. Okay, so you do have the Empress card as your overall energy. The Empress is that energy of the divine feminine. It's the energy of manifesting. It's the energy of creativity. It's the energy of nurturing. Underneath that, you have the Five of Swords. So it's like, I feel like you're wanting to nurture something, um, but it's almost like you feel like it's coming at a cost. You're definitely feeling very unsupported. You're feeling like you're kind of moving through things alone. You feel like you don't have the support system. You feel like you just keep taking. The Six of Pentacles is somebody that's constantly being breadcrumbed or having those relationships that are very unbalanced. Oddly enough, whatever you're going through with the Temperance card, it's exactly where you need to be. I know that doesn't make any sense, but it's kind of like you're being kind of pushed to you're being pushed to tap into your spiritual world. You're being pushed to kind of uh, embrace that connection to your higher guidance system, to embrace that idea that you are never alone, that your guides want to support you, that you don't have to move through this on your own. I feel like you're fighting for support. You're fighting for that connection to people who are just kind of giving you bits and pieces. You're not getting that stability that you're looking for. Is your guidance as the High Priestess. Your guidance is to trust in your higher guidance. I do feel like it's like, for some of you, you might be disconnected in a connection, and it's like your guides are trying to give you signs. They're trying to give you validation. They're trying to give you these messages, but you have kind of felt so beat down that either you're seeing these signs, but you're just like, okay, I've had enough. Like, I don't trust this anymore. Or you're just not even seeing the messages that are coming to you, because your fear is the Strength card. Your fear is you're tired of being strong. You're tired of having to fight. You're tired of having to, push things down. In your hopes energy, you have the Five of Cups. It's like you have lost hope in something. You do have a lot of fives here, which represents change. It very much reminds me of going through a period in your life, going through a very much a spiritual awakening. And I know spiritual awakening is different for everybody, but what the essence of it is getting back in touch with your truth, what feels good for you, and embracing that connection to a higher power, embracing that connection that you can stand in your truth and be supported, because that's what that higher power wants for you. That higher power wants you to be happy. That higher power wants you to have everything. That's what this energy feels like. That, when somebody, when they say that people that have everything in the world, that they have all this money, but they're still not happy. It's like you've been able to find comfort in the physical world, but when we go through that energy of spiritual awakening, it's like everything seems to be ripped away from you, and it seems like you're losing everything. You're losing friends. You're losing anything that gave you that stability. But the reason that you go through that is the things that are falling away from you are things that do not resonate with your truth, that do not resonate with who you are. And so those things are pulled away from you so you can be in that energy and be in that space of being alone, so you can reconnect with yourself again, and you can reconnect with that kind of higher power. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but the conflict that you're dealing with right now is to get you to gain a new perspective and manifest something new for yourself. Commit yourself to a goal that feels good for you. I don't know how many of you listen to or are familiar with the law of attraction concept, or if any of you have ever heard of Abraham Hicks. But she speaks a lot on law of attraction, and she always says that anything that is you're meeting, anything that's coming towards you that's contrast, that doesn't feel good, that causes you to feel conflict, if we can learn to see that in a good way and see that anything that's coming at us or anything that we are dealing with that we don't like is showing us that, hey, wait a minute, we deserve something better. So anything that's coming at you that you don't like, that's showing you, this is what I need to make sure that I get rid of in my life, and this is what I want to manifest instead. I feel like you've been dealing with a lot of people, you're this King of Wands energy. You're powerful. You're creative. You have this amazing, intense energy. And a lot of times people are threatened by that energy. And so you get a lot of energy vampires. You get a lot of people that breadcrumb you, because people don't want to fight for your attention because they feel intimidated by that, because they don't want to be rejected by you, because you are this really powerful, beautiful energy, right? So they're going to trigger you, they're going to breadcrumb you, they're going to try to make you fight for them because they want that energy that you have. And that's what I feel like you've been dealing with. Oh, I'm really sorry. It's really important for you to take care of yourself, no matter who you feel that it's hurting. Um, Oddly enough, though, this is you standing in your own truth. This is you manifesting this really beautiful commitment that you want. So whatever seems to be ripped away from you right now, whatever conflict you're dealing with, try to take a minute and look at all of this from a different perspective and ask yourself, what do I want instead? Let me get a little bit more. Tell me more about what is this. You have a lot of fives here. So 5 is the energy. 5 is conflict that brings change, that moves you towards unconditional love, that moves you towards that ultimate fulfillment, that moves you towards balance. Tell me more. What is the energy of this? What's going on? You've been putting effort towards something. And it's like the progression has been so slow. For some of you, I do feel that this is a connection that you're dealing with. It's like you've been putting in so much effort into this. And it's like no matter what you do, like nothing is changing. You're just left feeling more confused than you were before. I feel like you continue to be breadcrumbed by this person, and it's just never moving to that space that you want it to be. For some of you, this is just connections that you have, like you put in so much effort, while other people are just, they're not seeing how much effort you're putting in. It's almost like you keep trying to manifest this one goal. You keep working towards this one thing, and no matter what effort you're putting in, you're not getting any progress in it. And so you keep going back to the drawing board and go, okay, well, let me do this instead, let me do this instead. And it's like no matter what you do, it's like it doesn't get to that next level. Somebody's gotten very comfortable in their role in their life. And I feel like it's like you've got something, I feel like you've got somebody that's very comfortable in your loyalty. Does that make sense? Somebody's been very comfortable in your loyalty, but it seems like they're not willing to open up to that kind of love that you want. So tell me more, what is your guidance this week? It's important for you to, it's like you have all this intense energy. You feel like you need to do something. You feel like you need to take action. But I feel like it's important for you to stop for a minute and ask yourself, what is it that you really want? This is a need to kind of tap into your own spirituality. We're in this energy right now where I think, if I'm not mistaken, we're stepping into Mercury retrograde, first of all. And it, because it's in Libra, it's kind of bringing up like any past unresolved relationship issues. Those are going to come to the surface. If there's any kind of imbalance in relationships, that's going to come to the surface. But we also have, I want to say, 4 or 5 other planets in retrograde. And so all of that energy is kind of putting everything else at a standstill, because you're meant to kind of go inward and say, is this what I want? Is this my truth? Is this what is making me happy? Am I happy with continuing to make this effort and being stuck in the same place? So I feel like moving forward, it's important for you to just acknowledge what it is that you want. Anything that you're finding difficult, it's really important for you to tap more into your higher self, your inner self, your spirituality, however that feels good, however that resonates with you. It's about standing in your own truth. Yeah, it's about standing in your own truth, but not look at the things that consistently repeat themselves in your life. Look at the energy that you keep dealing with. There's an energy, there's a person, there's conflict that continuously comes back into your life. If this is a person, you and this person keep revisiting the same thing over and over and over again. And I think you feel like, I think it's almost like you feel like you're supposed to be fixing this. If it's a relationship with another person, it's like, I feel like you feel that you're supposed to be fixing this. You're supposed to be putting in all this effort, because I feel like if you feel you don't, you feel like you've done something wrong. Six of Wands is about embracing your success, validating yourself. Yeah, this is about moving towards your own place in the sun, moving towards something bigger. Uh Letting your energy speak for itself. Tell me in regards to your love life, how is this resonating? How is this showing up? Two of Swords, stuck. Ace of Pentacles, you want some, you know what you want. You know what you want, but with the Two of Swords, it's like you've been really stuck in this energy. But I feel like you need to put yourself first. I feel like for some of you, you have something traditional, you have something stable. I don't feel like it's going anywhere. I don't feel like it's moving. I feel like it's been stuck in the same energy, or it seemed very far away for a long time. I feel like for some of you, you've had this vision of what you wanted this relationship to be. For some of you, if we're being honest, I think that you have seen this person as the person that you're supposed to be with. And I feel like it's been stuck for so long, and you've been doing all of this healing, you've been doing all of this work, and this person is still in this conflict energy. And it's like you've gone through this kind of spiritual awakening, and this person is kind of not moving along with you. And so, Ten of Cups, it's about taking that time to get rid of this is the most confusing. It's like you have this commitment. You have this stability. I feel like you're at this space where you feel like maybe this is not what I want. Or maybe you've had this vision of what you've wanted. And it's almost like you're questioning if this is what you want anymore, because it's like you have something physical, but you're not feeling that emotional connection. You have a vision of what you want, but you're not feeling supported. You're not feeling connected to it. So for some of you, I feel like if there's been a big disconnect between you and somebody, and you've been wanting this connection to come back together, I feel like that you have to kind of surrender and focus on like your spirituality, your inner truth. You know, with twin flames, like the essence of it is you are meant to be standing in your truth, not waiting for something that's not coming. I'm sorry if this is like really all over the place. But you're getting like all of these messages, all of this guidance from your higher guides. You're getting all of this insight. You're getting all of this kind of push towards this higher energy. And I just feel that you might not trust it right now. But if you really tap into your emotions, you'll gain that clarity you want. You're in this energy of this big, huge shift, and it's like the storm before the calm. It's like everything is being shaken up for you right now, but those things that are being shaken up for you are for you to let go of that physical aspect and focus on your spirituality. Focus on yourself. Focus on your needs. I hope I'm making sense. All right, any final messages for you? You have the Singer of the Connection. You have the Singer of Courage. Oh, I like that. Okay, so you do have, this is just experiencing a lot of emotions, and this is the need to get in touch with your emotions right now. Because you have all of this beautiful spiritual energy, you have all of this potential. You do have a really beautiful spiritual connection, there's just a lot of fear surrounding it. There's a lot of blockages surrounding it. There's a lot of energy that is not grounded. Y'all are fucking confusing the shit out of me. This is energy that you have not tapped into. You're feeling all of these emotions. You're feeling all of this because you have let go of this spiritual connection. You've let go of that connection to your higher self. You've let go of that energy of hope. You're feeling all of this turmoil right now because your guides want you to feel those emotions. Your guides want you to tap into your true self. Because when you acknowledge your truth and your needs, that's when you have that connection that you're looking for. I don't even know where it stands with the relationship at this point. I feel like you just feel so beat down that you can't even see hope in anything right now. And I'm really sorry. But again, whatever you're dealing with, whatever conflict you're dealing with, take a minute and look at it from a different perspective, because it's helping you to manifest what it is that you truly, truly want. Oh my God, I love you guys. I'm so sorry if this was all over the place. Make it a final message. The Age of Light. You're ascending. You're going through, yeah. yeah. Your guides want you to go to that higher level. Your guides want you to just let go and trust them at this point. You have soul, family, and mirror. So this is elevating you to that higher level commitment, that spiritual connection. It's important that you acknowledge the spiritual connection outside of physical people right now. And that's not to say you don't have that. It's saying the more you acknowledge your spiritual family, your higher guides, the more you're going to see this kind of path forward. All right. I love you guys. Bye-bye.